Ahoy, swabs! Captain Jeff the Pirate here, at your service. And welcome to another episode of Captain Jeff Reviews and Questions Adventure Time. Today's episode, Evergreen. Now, for this episode, the episode Evergreen, it be an origin story episode. It provides details and gives a little insight as to the background of one of the show's characters. So this review, it be so spoilery, I just have to warn you. If you haven't seen the episode, go watch it as soon as you can. Online, on demand, on its regular air date, just find it because you have to watch it. So to that extent, I give Evergreen 2 thumbs up. That's how good I think this episode was. There'd be some factors I don't like it about the episode, but that's what brought everything together for the whole series. So now, like I said, if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it, because now I'll be doing the review, and it be super spoilery. Are you ready? Good. So without further ado, Evergreen. The episode takes place and opens, it be on Earth, and it be the millions of years ago, and there be dinosaurs, because, you first see a grey sky, but some pterodactyls be flying by. Arr. Then you be seeing this really small dinosaur. It be yellow, so it's a small dinosaur, and it look like Jake. It's like yellow and has the eyes and everything, but it's meowing like a cat. So it's a dinosaur, so it be a Jake cat dinosaur. That's the best I can describe it, sorry. And then this other dinosaur be chasing him, and he'd be like, "Stay back, evil creature, for I, Evergreen, will freeze you with me mighty ice powers, so you will leave Gunter alone." See where I'm going with this? See why I told you this would be a bit spoilery? Anyway, I was listening to the voice of this little dinosaur, and I think it's either the voice actor that did Bobby Hill or Otto from Time Squad, or the same person. It's a little hard to tell, but the voice sounds very close to that. Anyway, so off in the distance you see this ice tower, and then suddenly there be 3 poofs of light, and the Gunter says, "Come on, Nina, let's go see the other elementals. They're meeting with Master Evergreen." So then he goes and spies on the meeting while Evergreen speaks to the other representatives. Evergreen is the element wizard of ice. He has a blue outfit and a long beard and a pointy nose. And so he's speaking with the other elemental representatives. There be the elemental of candy, there be the elemental of slime, and the elemental of fire. And he points to them off in the distance. There be a comet approaching the planet. So the element of fire what be so worrisome about this one? The elemental of fire be stating how comets have struck the planet before with no harm. But Evergreen magnifies it and shows it be a giant comet, and it's green, has this weird green energy about it, and it has like little horns of energy coming off of it. So it obviously be the Lich. The Lich be some being from far beyond the stars that crashed into Earth. So Evergreen has a plan. He has constructed a crown, technologically and magically advanced. And with it, whoever wears the crown will get their one true deepest wish granted. The wish it being to stop the comet from destroying the planet. Because it won't destroy everyone but them, it'll destroy everyone and them. The other elementals, they fear that wish magic be very dangerous. Especially seeing as how they have to go get the 3 ruby eyes from like a lava dog monster. So they say no. Evergreen freezes all of them and says, "Come, Gunter, we have to go retrieve the crown." And Gunter be super excited to do this. He is Evergreen's apprentice and pretty much worships the very ground he walks in or freezes. So you see Evergreen sitting on this pedestal thing and using his ice power to make wheels and columns to roll it forward, while Gunter and Nina are forced to walk on the ground and suffer cracks and rocks and sharp things, and so Gunter's getting worked over pretty good by the ground. Eventually they camp for the night, and so Evergreen tells Gunter to go get some water so he can make an ice camp. And we learn that Evergreen stole the egg from his real family and used magic to alter his brain for him to be an assistant. And he keeps saying, and Gunter says that Evergreen will be teaching him magic at some point. But Evergreen seems to be less concerned about that. More, he treats Gunter pretty badly. So Gunter gets the water, but Evergreen just made a nice tent for himself. So they arrive. Then the night passes, and they arrive at the fire lava place to go get the ruby eyes of the lava dog creature. So Evergreen goes in and says for Gunter to wait. So while inside, he proceeds an epic battle against the creature. So Gunter, he tries to help, but unfortunately, he knows no magic, so he's just doing this, and to no avail. Because of his shenanigans, he does save Evergreen from being destroyed, but he loses a bunch of he was carrying a satchel full of magic jars, and they all break in the process. So they do get the rubies, but Evergreen is very upset with Gunter. Anyway, it cuts back to the ice pyramid, the ice tower. And inside, Evergreen says, when I finish bonding the rubies to the crown, pull the switch to deactivate the force field. And outside, you see the comet is very huge and very close to striking the Earth. So the bonding spell is complete, but then all of a sudden the tower comes under attack. The great beast that they got the eyes from is now wandering around blind. But it's no longer on fire, but it's still attacking. And all of its rampaging and destruction, it crashes through the door of the laboratory and crushes itself along with Evergreen. The crown is near Gunter, and Evergreen says, "Gunter, you need to throw the crown at my head so I can stop the comet." "What? No, that won't work. Gunter, you may be a mushhead, but you're the only one who can save us. You have to put on the crown, and it'll evoke your deepest wish to save us from the comet." And that's when things go horribly wrong. So Gunter puts on the crown, and his deepest wish, as throughout this whole episode, you could tell, was to be like Master Evergreen. Even though Evergreen has treated him very poorly this entire episode, you can only imagine how long he's been treating him poorly before this. So his wish is to be like Evergreen. So all of a sudden, he starts repeating over and over again, "Gunter, no. Gunter, no. Gunter, no. Gunter, no." And just flinging ice everywhere, and his skin turns blue. He actually grows a nose that's long and pointy, and he grows facial hair. And so Evergreen be like, "Gunter, no, try to focus. Use a focus spell or a concentration spell like I was supposed to teach you, or should have taught you." So Evergreen, this great wizard, apparently treated him so badly and didn't even bother to teach him magic, and now realizes he just shot himself in the foot. And then the whole time the comet gets closer and closer and closer, and then the screen goes white. Then it cuts to the inside of the Ice King's lair. He be in his pajamas, jumping up on his bed, yelling "Gunter, no" over and over again. And then he jumps off the bed and screams, "Arr!" And then he makes an explosion noise and wakes up. He's like, "Oh, I had that recurring dream with the dinosaur boy again." He looks over at the penguin Gunters and is like, What's wrong, guys?" Because they all be scared. So then as the episode ends, he's wondering why the Gunters are scared. And we see that his Ice Kingdom mountain, it bears a very striking resemblance to the Ice Tower at the start of the episode. So maybe there'd be a location connectivity or something. But then off in the distance, we see something in the sky. It then cuts into outer space. And then we see this weird light blue comet with mystical energy about it. It be a foreshadowing of something to come. And that's the conclusion of Evergreen. I warned you it would be spoilery, and I just had to tell this in detail. I mean, I like this. This was an origin of... It explains so much about... we had the origin of Simon becoming the Ice King, and now we know a little bit about the origin of the crown, which makes... It describes so much, and about the world itself. So, this Evergreen person, whoever puts on the crown, basically starts to look a little bit like, and sound a little bit like Evergreen, and also possess the powers of ice. So, yeah, there'll be lots of stuff about this episode. I even had to do some research. Like, this is another episode which mentions a comet crashed into Earth. There was like one where, like early on in the series when Finn and Jake first get wizard powers to prevent a comet or an asteroid from striking the Earth. And then there's some other stuff in and around, you have to look for it. Yeah, so I felt bad how the real Gunter got treated so horribly by Evergreen. I think he was a great wizard, but unfortunately he was a bad person. Yeah, he froze the other elementals and treated Gunter like less than nothing. It was very bad. But now it makes you wonder what that new comet be approaching, what its intents may be. Yeah, so like I said, I give that 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed the episode. It was a nice explanation of the future events to be possibly coming. And so you have to be wondering, like I said, is the Ice King's current location based on where the crown was? Like, is this where the crown was discovered before the Great Mushroom War? Who knows? And there was an episode where the Ice King, he said he did steal the powers for his crown, so while he himself didn't, the Evergreen incarnation of him did do that. So I like how this episode has connectivity to so many other episodes, along with explaining everything about the whole series in general. I apologize for ranting so long about this episode, but I was just blown away by this. I liked it. It wasn't exactly on par, the same level of me liking it with like Simon and Marcy, but or with like I Remember You, but it was really good. I like this because with the show being so goofy, it's nice to see they do take time to provide a backstory or maybe a moment or two to show some serious aspect of the show. So I be liking it. Alright, well, you've pretty much heard me rant and rave and praise this episode, so thank you for watching. Until next time, for Captain Jeff reviewing and questioning Adventure Time, this is Captain Jeff saying, Arr! Thank you for watching and have a nice day.